Okay, so good day everyone. This at this juncture we will be going to tackle about the different topics under week 2. Okay? So we are done discussing the what do we call this the two colligative properties which were discussed last week. Okay, your first week under final term which is all about vapor pressure and osmotic pressure. So ngayon dadapo na tayo dito sa week 2 which is ang topic na ito ay all about enthalpy of reaction or thermochemical equations. Okay, so before we dig deeper, so we are actually dealing with what we call thermochemistry. Okay, so thermochemistry. Pag sinabing thermochemistry, nakikita nyo there are two words. Meron tayong tinatawag na thermo tsaka chemistry. So ano nga ba itong thermo? Pag sinabing thermo, it means heat. And when we talk about chemistry, we are actually talking about the different chemical reactions involved. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, when we say thermochemistry, it is actually the branch. Ito yung branch of physics. Okay, one of the branch of physics. It's like combination of chemistry and physics. Okay, so of course, let us discuss first yung mga terminologies na kailangan nating malaman bago natin maintindihan yung topic. Okay, specifically thermochemical equations. Okay, so ano nga ba ang enthalpy? Pag sinabing enthalpy, ito daw yung amount. Okay, amount of heat absorbed or released by a chemical reactions at constant atmospheric pressure is called enthalpy. Okay, example, sabihin natin meron tayong isang carbon na solid. Okay, reacts with oxygen gas. Okay, this is in gas form. Will yield or will produce carbon dioxide. Of course, carbon dioxide is in gas form. So dito daw, kapag yung carbon ay nagre-react siya with oxygen, kailangan niya ng heat. Okay? Kailangan niyang mag-absorb ng heat. O kaya siya tinatawag na heat absorb. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabing enthalpy, ito yung kailangan na heat or ilang amount ng heat ang kailangan para makapag-react itong dalawang element tsaka compound na ito para makapag-produce ng tinatawag nating carbon dioxide. Okay? Dito sa reactant side, ang nangyayari dyan, na-absorb yung heat para mag-react yung carbon and oxygen gas to each other. So, heat is absorbed ang nangyayari dito. And in this particular product, yung carbon dioxide naman, dito naman nare-release yung heat. So, ibig sabihin dito sa product, heat is released. Okay? So, how do we measure the heat or the amount of heat na kailangan para mag-react itong carbon and oxygen gas para ma-produce itong carbon dioxide at ma-release itong amount of heat? Yung heat na tinatawag natin ngayon ay what we call enthalpy. Okay? So, pag sinabing enthalpy, ginagamit natin yung capital H to denote or to symbolize enthalpy. So, ibig sabihin, as you can see, meron tayong enthalpy sa reactant. Okay, enthalpy sa reactant. Meron din tayong enthalpy sa product. Okay, so that is what we call enthalpy. Ito yung heat na kailangan para ma-absorb sa part ng reactant upang yung mga elements or compound na nasa reactant ay will successfully react to each other, kailangan kasi nilang mag-absorb ng heat. At para ma-produce tong carbon dioxide, meron ding nare-release na heat. Okay? So, meron tayong term for absorption of heat. Pag sinabing absorption of heat, ang tinatawag dyan ay endothermic. Okay, tinatawag yang endothermic. From the word endo, ibig sabihin inside. Okay, inside. Absorbing heat ang nangyayari. Absorbing heat. Ngayon, meron din tayong tinatawag na heat is release. So, ano nga ba naman itong heat is release? Pag sinabing emission naman, emission of heat, ang tawag natin dyan ay exothermic. From the word exo, ibig sabihin exit. Ibig sabihin, yung heat is emitted. Okay? Emission. Or emission of heat. Or the heat is being released. Okay? So, in order for us to get the change in enthalpy of the reaction, say for example, going back from this example, meron tayong carbon plus oxygen gas will yield carbon dioxide. Sabi natin, meron tayong enthalpy sa part ng product, meron din tayong enthalpy sa part ng reactant. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung change in enthalpy or tinatawag din natin enthalpy of reaction of this whole, we have this particular formula. So, ima-minus lang natin yung amount ng heat na na-release sa product at ima-minus lang natin sa amount ng heat na na-absorb sa reactant. Okay? Ngayon, meron tayong sign for the enthalpy of reaction. Kapag ang enthalpy of reaction natin ay negative, kapag ang enthalpy of reaction natin ay negative, ibig sabihin, kokonti yung heat na meron sa product at mas madami yung heat na meron sa reactant. Okay, uulitin ko. Pag negative yung naging sagot sa ating enthalpy of reaction, ibig sabihin lesser. Okay, lesser yung amount ng heat sa product. Okay, product. Samantala, pag yung enthalpy of reaction ay positive, greater naman yung amount sa product at lesser naman yung amount sa reactant. Okay? So, it can be negative or positive. Next. So, sabi dito, an equation which shows the heat involved is called thermochemical equation. Okay? Thermochemical equation. Ano ang example ng thermochemical equation? Example is this one. The original equation, the second one, and the third one. Pag sinabi kasing thermochemical equation, pag nakikita kayo ng chemical equation, at the same time, yung value ng enthalpy of reaction, ang tawag sa whole na ito ay thermochemical equation. From the word thermo, yun yung value ng heat. Tapos yung chemical equation, ito yung itong mga chemical formulas, those are the chemical equations. So, to sum it up, when we say thermochemical equation, nakikita natin yung amount of heat at the same time yung chemical equation. Okay? So, going back from this example, meron tayong methane gas reacts with 2 moles of oxygen gas will produce carbon dioxide tsaka 2 moles of water. At ang change in enthalpy or enthalpy of reaction ng first equation ay negative 890.4. Okay? 890.4. Now, let me just copy this one. So, let me just paste it here. Okay. This is our original equation. Ito yung ating original equation. Kapag naka-encounter kayo sa problem solving na sinasabi, if we increase all the chemical formulas involved here by 2 moles, okay, what do you think will be the enthalpy of reaction? Ulitin ko, pag nakalagay sa problem, tinatanong ko, kapag i-increase daw natin by 2 moles of each of these chemical equations, ano kaya ang magiging change in enthalpy? So, ganito lang ang gagawin dyan. So, times lang natin to into 2. So, 2 times CH4, meron kang 2CH4 plus 2 times 2 moles of oxygen, meron kang 4 moles of oxygen, will yields 2 times 1, automatic may 1 dyan. So, that is 2 carbon dioxide. And with another product, will produce 2 times 2 moles of water, meron kang 4 moles of water. At the same time, kailangan mo din i-times itong value ng enthalpy of reaction for the original or for the first equation. I-times mo lang to ng 2. Okay? So, if we multiply this one, negative 890.4 times 2, we get negative change in enthalpy is now equal to negative 1780.8 kilojoule. Okay? The unit of enthalpy is in kilojoule. So, ito na ngayon yung kailangan na heat para ma-produce itong desired product natin, which is 2 moles of carbon dioxide, 4 moles of water. Okay? So, yan ang ibig sabihin yan. So, the relationship here is that if we increase the moles of the reactants and products, that the enthalpy of the reaction will also increase. Okay, so they are directly proportional. So that's the relationship. Pag tinataasan natin ng number of moles yung reactants tsaka sa product, magi-increase din yung value ng ating enthalpy. So as you can see, from negative 890 naging 1780 na. Ito na yung heat na panibago, or ito na yung amount of heat na panibagong kailangan dito sa second equation para mabuo itong dalawang product. Okay? So, the same also kapag binaba naman natin yung number of moles ng reactants at saka sa product, bababa din yung value ng ating enthalpy of reaction. So, that is just a vice versa. Okay? Now, proceeding to the next slide, meron tayong tinatawag na standard molar enthalpy. Okay, standard molar enthalpy of formation. So, ano nga ba ito? These are the constant values. So, as you can see, there are different constant values of the different substance. Okay, of the different substance. So, how do we define standard molar enthalpy of reaction? Considering carbon dioxide. Itong carbon dioxide. In order for the carbon dioxide to be formed, there are different constituent elements. Diba? Meron tayong carbon reacts with oxygen gas para mabuo si carbon dioxide. At nakalagay dito ang constant enthalpy of formation niya ay negative 393.5. So ang change or ang enthalpy of formation denoted as delta H sub F, okay, yung F na yan, formation, is equal to negative 393.5 kilojoule. So, ibig sabihin, kada isang kilojoule per mole to. So, ibig sabihin, kada isang mole ng carbon dioxide, ito yung value ng heat na kailangan para mabuo ito. Okay, so yan ang tinatawag nating enthalpy of formation. Ito, enthalpy of formation. Ulitin ko, kapag sinabing enthalpy of formation, ito yung amount na heat na kailangan para mabuo ang isang 1 mole ng carbon dioxide. Kung ang carbon dioxide ang pinag-uusapan natin. However, so as you can see, there are different substance here in this table. It's not just the carbon dioxide. Okay? So, as you can see, huwag kayong malito kung kapag sa problem nakalagay ay liquid, ito, just like this one, liquid water. Tapos meron din kasi tayong tinatawag na gas state ng water, which is the water vapor. So as you can see, magkaiba yung value. So be very careful in using that. Okay? So pag nakakita kayo ng liquid, ito ang gagamitin, negative 285. Pero pag nakakita kayo ng gas sa chemical formula, ito naman yung gagamitin nating value. Okay, I'll give you an example for that. Okay, so now, there is also what we call enthalpy of reaction. Okay, so enthalpy of reaction. Ang enthalpy of reaction is actually denoted as delta H sub reaction. Meron din tayong not dito sa taas. Okay? So, what is enthalpy of reaction? Supposed to be, meron tayong element A reacts with element B para mabuo si element C at element D. Okay? Kapag sinabing enthalpy of reaction, ano kaya yung ang value of this, ano kaya yung what do you call this, the whole value of enthalpy in this particular reaction. Okay, diba sabi natin under the reactant side meron laga pa siyang enthalpy of formation, meron tayong enthalpy of the reactant. Okay, enthalpy of the reactants, meron din tayong enthalpy of the products. Okay, so how do we compute the enthalpy of this whole reaction? Meron tayong formula for that. That enthalpy of reaction is equal to the sum of all enthalpies of formation of the products minus the sum of all enthalpies of formation under the reactant side. Okay? So, pag sinabi kasing summation, ibig sabihin, i-add lang natin yan. Okay? To expand this formula, since this is summation of product, pag sinabing summation, ito summation, pag sinabing summation of product, ipa-plus lang natin yung enthalpy of formation na meron sa products. So, magiging, ano ba ang ating product? Ang product natin ay C tsaka D. So, mangyari dyan, lagay natin dito, C, the enthalpy of formation of C plus enthalpy of formation of D. Okay? Kasi summation, ibig sabihin, i-add. So, yan. Minus the summation of the reactant. So, sa reactant naman din tayo. So, magiging, enthalpy of formation of element A plus enthalpy of formation of element B. Okay, so that is the expanded formula. And that is the final formula to be used in computing enthalpy of reaction. Okay, ito yung nasa baba. Now, let's apply this in problem solving. Okay. Sabi dito, Consider the combustion of ethanol C5H5OH to produce carbon dioxide and water. Find standard enthalpy of reaction. And the given here is this particular chemical formula. Okay? So, i-transfer natin yung chemical formula. So, meron tayong C2H5OH. So, sample problem 1. Lagay na lang natin SP1. Ang given na chemical formula, meron tayong C2H5OH. So, C2H5OH. Okay? Naka-liquid. Plus, meron tayong 3 moles of oxygen. Okay, let me just take a picture so that I can copy here. So, meron tayong C2H5OH which is in a liquid form. Reacts with 3 moles of oxygen gas, will produce 2 moles of carbon dioxide plus 3 moles of water. Okay, and we are to compute for the enthalpy of reaction. Okay, so enthalpy of reaction is equal to enthalpy of formation of C plus enthalpy of formation of D minus enthalpy of formation of A plus enthalpy of formation of B. Okay, so balik tayo sa chemical formula. Sino ba ang C dyan? Okay, di ba? Ito ay A, ito ay B, this is our C, and this is our D. Okay? So, let's just substitute. Since itong nauna dito ay C, okay? Ang nauna dito ay C plus D, we will focus at the product, on the product side. So, isulat dyan, since C to, ang C natin ay 2, or yung C natin ay meron tayong 2 moles of carbon dioxide. So, ilalagay dyan, 2 times, okay, ano ang enthalpy of formation ni carbon dioxide. So, punta tayo dun sa table na kung saan nandoon lahat yung constant. Ito, okay? So, let's just base the value of enthalpy of formation according to this table. So, let me just take a snip of it para makita natin. Okay. Alam natin, ang carbon dioxide, okay, here, the carbon dioxide has negative 393.5. So, yan ang ilalagay natin dito. So, meron tayong negative 393.5 kilojoule per mole. Okay? Next, plus, meron din tayong D. Okay? Yung D natin ay si water. So, 3 times ano ang enthalpy of formation ni water. This is in gas. Okay? Our water is in gas according to the problem. So, may gas dito. So, what shall we be going to use is yung nakagas. Okay? Hindi itong naka-liquid. So, ito. Yung negative 241.8. So, ilagay dyan, negative 241.8 kilojoule per mole. Okay? So, minus, okay, tapos na tayo sa C tsaka D. Ito na yung minus. Ngayon, punta naman na tayo sa reactant side, yung A tsaka B. Okay, which is ito, yung A, ito naman yung B. So, substituting all the values, ang A natin ay automatic na 1. Okay, 1 times ang C2H5OH natin. Ang value ng C2H5OH ay negative 277.7. So, lagay dyan, negative 277.7 kilojoule per mole. Next naman is yung B na. Okay, yung B natin, okay, our B is our 3 moles of oxygen gas. So, ilagay dyan, plus 3, yung oxygen gas natin ay 0. Ito, nasa baba, di ba? So, oxygen gas ay 0. So, ilagay dyan, 0 kilojoule per mole. Okay? So, let me just remove this image. Or, change its location. Okay, so, since, kikita nyo dito, 3 times 0 is 0. So, pwede na natin tong tanggalin or i-cancel out. Now, if we will be going to put this in your calculator, we should get an answer equivalent to ito, negative 1,234.7 kilojoule. So, ang magiging sagot dapat dito ay the enthalpy of reaction now is equal to negative 1,235.34 0.7. So, ang sagot dito ay 1,234.7 kilojoule. So, that is the final answer. Okay? So, that is how you will be going to solve for the enthalpy of reaction. So, next, the second problem. So, our second problem here is this one. Okay? So, let me just take a snip of this problem. Okay, ito na lang yung kunin ko, yung mismong given. Okay, but before that, let me read the problem, the second problem. Using the standard molar enthalpies of formation given, calculate the standard enthalpy of reaction for the combustion of propane C3H8 into carbon dioxide and water. So, let me just paste the copied image here. Okay, so since, as you can see, the chemical equation is not balanced. Okay, so sa quiz nyo, kailangan ma-recall nyo kung paano mag-balance ng chemical equation kasi yung mga given na chemical equation doon is not balanced. So, iba-balance muna natin yung chemical equation. So, meron tayong C3H8 plus oxygen gas will produce carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so isa-isahin natin. Under this reactant side, ilan ang carbon na nakikita nyo? So, as you can see, there are 3. Okay, 3. Ngayon, dito naman sa product, ilang carbon ang nakikita nyo? Okay, ang carbon natin dyan ay nag-iisa. Okay, carbon is equal to 1. So, ano ngayon ang i-multiply natin dito kay carbon para maging 3? Okay, so of course, that will be 3. The 3 times 1 will be equal to Okay, 3 times 1 will now be equal to 3. So, check na yung carbon natin. Next, proceed naman na tayo kay hydrogen. So, ilan ang hydrogen sa reactant side? Meron tayong 8. How about in the product side? Ilan ang hydrogen? Meron lang tayong 2. Okay, sa 2. Ngayon, ano yung imumultiply natin dito kay 2 atoms of hydrogen para maging equal to 8 siya, para maging balance? So, of course, that will be 4. That 4 times 2, okay, 4 times 2 will be equal to 8. So, ibig sabihin, balance na yung hydrogen natin. Ngayon, punta naman na tayo sa last element, which is your oxygen. So, ilan ang oxygen sa reactant? Meron lang tayong 2. How about in the product side? In your product side, meron tayong 2 oxygen at may 3 dito. So, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay? Tapos, meron din tayo dito part. Oxygen, automatic may 1 dyan. At meron tayong 4. So, 4 times 1, meron tayong 4 ulit na oxygen. So, 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 10 number of oxygen ang meron sa product. And while sa reactant, meron lang tayong 2. Okay, ngayon, anong ita-times natin dito kay oxygen gas para maging equal siya into 10? So, automatic that will be 5. Okay, so 5 times 2, that will now be equal to 10. So, balance na siya. Okay? Now, proceeding to the enthalpy of reaction. That enthalpy of reaction is equal to enthalpy of formation of C plus enthalpy of formation of D minus enthalpy of formation of A plus enthalpy of formation of B. Now, let us substitute. So, as you can see, you need not to memorize the table na naipakita kanina kasi sa problem, ibibigay na mismo yun. So, just like this one, na ibigay na yung mga enthalpy of formation na constant. Ang gagawin na lang natin ay i-substitute. Unahin natin yung C. Ang C natin, okay, i-labelan muna natin. This is our A, this is our B, this is our C, and D. Okay. So, unahin natin si C. Yung C natin ay 3 moles of carbon dioxide. So, definitely, susulat natin dyan, 3 times ang carbon dioxide na nasa given, okay? Ang carbon dioxide na nasa given ay negative 393.5. So, yan ang ilagay dyan. Negative 393.5 kilojoule per mole. Next, plus yung D naman. Okay? Ang D natin ay 4 moles of water. So, ilagay dyan, 4 times, okay, yung water na given, ang heat of formation ng water dito ay negative 241.8. So, ilagay dito negative 241.8 kilojoule per mole. So, minus. Tapos na natin na substitute yung mga products. Punta naman na tayo sa reactant side. Okay, which is your A and your B. The same process, ang A natin, si C3H8, automatic that is 1. And looking to the given, our C3H8, its heat of formation ay equal to negative 104.0 kilojoule per mole. Okay? So, and the last one, yung B natin, ang ating B ay meron tayong 5 moles of oxygen gas. So, ilagay na natin dyan, plus 5, yung oxygen natin, oxygen gas is 0. Okay, 0 kilojoule per mole. So, automatic makakancel na to. Kasi any number multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. Now, putting this in our calculator, okay, ano ang magiging sagot? what will be the enthalpy of reaction? Okay, so let me just open my calculator. So, ang magiging sagot dito is equal to negative 2043.7 kilojoule. Okay, so that will be the enthalpy of reaction in this second problem. Okay, so that's all for enthalpy of reaction. Now we will now proceed for the next topic, which is all about Hess's law. Okay, so what is Hess's law? Pag sinabing Hess's law, if a reaction is an overall process that can be attained through a series of steps of reactions, then the enthalpy of these overall reactions can be calculated from the thermochemical equations defining the reactions leading to it. So it's very the definition is very very complicated, but let us just simplify that. Okay, example, meron tayong dalawang preparations. Pumunta tayo sa laboratory, tapos meron tayong dalawang preparation. Yung unang preparation natin, element A reacts with element B. Pinag-react natin yung element A kay element B para makapag-produce ng element C. At kailangan natin ng 100 joule para mabuo or 100 joule of heat or 100 joule of enthalpy para mabuo yung element C. Okay? Ngayon, next preparation, that C reacts with D will form element E. And from this part, sabihin natin kailangan natin ng 200 joule of heat or sabihin natin there are 200 joules needed para mabuo yung element E. Okay? So, ano kaya kapag pinag-combine kaya natin itong dalawang series of reaction? Sabi dito series of reaction. If we will be going to combine these two series of reactions, ano kaya yung magiging final or desired equation natin? At ano kaya yung magiging enthalpy of that final chemical equation? Okay, so ganito lang. Ang gagawin natin dyan, ika-cancel out natin yung mga magkaparehong like terms. Ano ba yung magkaparehong like terms dito sa equation na to? So nakikita nyo, meron tayong C dyan, may kapareho din siya sa pangalawang C. So anong gagawin natin dyan? Ika-cancel natin yan. So cancel out. Now after canceling out yung mga magkapareho na terms, ang magkaparehong element, i-bring down na natin yung mga elements na naiwan. Okay, tignan natin yung reactant side. Ang reactant side, okay, di ba ito ang reactant side? Ang reactant side may tatlo, yung A, B, tsaka D. So, isusulat natin ang final equation na natin ngayon. Okay, A plus B plus D will form, nag-iisa lang yung naiwan sa product, which is your E. So, will form E. Ngayon, ano kaya yung magiging enthalpy of reactions nito? Or what will be the final enthalpy of this reaction or of this desired equation na nakuha natin? So, ang gagawin natin dyan, ipa-plus lang natin. So 200 plus 100, ibig sabihin, 300 joule naman na yung final enthalpy of this combined series of reaction. Okay, so that is what we call Hess's law. We are combining the series of reaction to derive for the final desired equation. Ito yung tinatawag natin desired equation. At yung desired equation, ano kaya yung magiging change in enthalpy or ano kaya yung magiging enthalpy of that reaction? So just by adding 100 plus 200, we get 300 joule. So that is Hess's law. Now, let's be more practical in terms of giving examples. Let's consider the first example. Okay, meron tayong first example dito. Let me just take a snip of this first problem. Okay. So, sabi dito, problem number 1, the thermochemical equation for the incomplete combustion of carbon into carbon monoxide is represented as 2 moles of carbon reacts with oxygen gas will produce 2 moles of carbon monoxide, and that will be our desired equation. Ngayon, ano yung dalawang series of equation natin? Ang series of equation natin is yung nasa baba. Okay? This is the first series and the second series of equation. Okay, so kopyahin muna natin yan. So, ilagay dito, C plus oxygen gas will yield carbon dioxide. Okay? Dito sa part na to, nangangailangan siya ng a negative 393 kilojoule na enthalpy or na heat para mabuo itong carbon dioxide, 1 mole of carbon dioxide, according sa first series of reaction. Ngayon, yung pangalawa na naman, meron tayong 2 moles of carbon monoxide reacts with your oxygen gas will produce 2 moles of carbon dioxide. Okay? Ito naman, nangangailangan siya ng negative 566.0 kilojoule na heat para mabuo itong 2 mole, okay, 2 mole na carbon dioxide. So, ang gagawin natin dito is to prove that the desired equation will be equal to be, that the desired equation is pareho yung makukuha natin dito. Kung ano man yung nakikita natin dito sa desired equation, dapat yan ang makukuha nating final equation if we combine the first and second equation. Okay? So, let's start. Ganito ang gagawin dyan. Ang unang step dito ay tignan natin yung unang equation. Ito yung unang equation. Ngayon, titingin tayo ng chemical formula. Okay, titingin tayo ng chemical formula kung sino dito sa tatlo yung walang kapareho sa pangalawang formula. Okay? Si carbon dioxide ba may kapareho sa pangalawang formula? Meron. Ito, 'di ba? So kapag ganyan, hindi natin to papakialaman. Next, itong oxygen gas or O2, meron ba siyang kapareho sa pangalawang formula? Okay, as you can see, meron. Okay, sa pangalawang reaction. Ngayon, since may kapareho, hindi din natin pwede siyang pakialaman. Next. Okay, next. How about this carbon? Okay? Meron bang kapareho itong carbon sa pangalawang reaction? So, as you can see, wala siyang kapareho. So, kapag wala siyang kapareho, papakialaman natin yan. Siya yung una nating papakialaman. Ngayon, ganito ang gagawin. Tignan natin yung desired equation. Okay? Tignan niya yung desired equation. Ilang moles ang meron dito sa carbon? Okay? Kikita nyo dito, 2. Diba? Meron tayong 2C. However, dito sa first series of reaction, meron lang tayong isa. Okay? So, dapat magkapareho. Okay? Dapat magkapareho. Kung ano yung coefficient or kung ilan yung carbon na nakikita natin dito sa desired equation, which is 2, dapat 2 din ang nakikita natin dito sa unang series of reaction. So, anong gagawin dyan? Mag-isip tayo ng number na pwedeng i-multiply dito kay carbon or 1 carbon para maging 2. Okay, so ano siya? Ita-times natin to ng 2. Okay? So, kapag nag-times tayo, kapag pinakialaman natin yung isang element, definitely ita-times din natin. Okay? yung whole of this reaction. Okay, ita-times natin by 2. Okay, so let's do the multiplication. 2 times C, meron tayong 2C. Okay, ganyan. O, 2 times oxygen gas, meron tayong 2 oxygen gas. And then, 2 times carbon dioxide, we have your 2CO2. At the same time, we also need to multiply the enthalpy or the enthalpy amount of this first reaction. Kailangan din natin siyang i-times. Itong negative 393. Okay, negative 393.5. May 0.5 dapat. So, ita-times din natin yan into 2. Okay, so 2 times negative 393.5 is equal to negative 787 kilojoule. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa first series of equation, na ayos na natin siya. Ngayon, proceed naman na tayo sa pangalawang reaction. Okay, itong pangalawang reaction. Ganun ulit ang gagawin. Okay, tumingin tayo ng chemical formula, ditong tatlo na to, na walang kapareho sa unang reaction. Okay, so as you can see, itong carbon dioxide, kapareho nito. Okay, itong oxygen, may kapareho siya sa una. However, your CO, wala siyang kapareho. So, sinong papakialaman? Itong 2 moles of carbon monoxide. Okay. So, ngayon, titignan natin kung magkapareho ba yung value ng moles dito sa second series of reaction dito kay desired equation. Okay, magkapareho lang ba sila? Okay, very good. So, since magkapareho sila, wala nang dapat pakialaman dyan. So, just copy. Kasi pareho lang sila. Wala na dapat ayusin. So, 2CO plus O2 will yields 2 moles of carbon dioxide. At ang kailangan na heat para mabuo yung 2 moles of carbon dioxide ay 566.0 kilojoule. Okay? Next, hindi pa to tapos. Ang next na nagagawin na natin ay titignan natin kung aligned ba yung mga elements or compound na meron sa reactant ay pareho na meron sa reactant dito sa desired equation. Okay? Tignan natin itong 2C. Yung 2C nasa reactant side. How about dito kay desired equation? Saan ang 2C? Okay, yung 2C nasa reactant side. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung alignment. Tama yung placement. Okay, so kapag ganyan, okay na to. So, i-check na natin. Final answer na yan for the first series. Ngayon, dito naman sa pangalawang reaction. Okay, dito sa pangalawang reaction, nakikita nyo, itong 2CO nasa reactant side siya. Pero dito sa desired equation natin, ang 2CO ay nasa product side. So, anong gagawin? Babalik ta rin natin yan. I-reverse natin siya. We will be going to reverse the whole of this equation. Okay? Kasi dapat tugma yung placement nung 2CO sa desired product. Dapat itong 2CO, dapat nasa product siya. Kasi dito according sa desired equation, ang 2CO ay nasa product. So, babalik ta rin lang natin yan. Okay? So, mangyari, babalik ta rin natin. So, ito na yung magiging reactant. Okay? Magiging 2CO2 will produce 2CO plus oxygen gas. At since kapag ni-reverse natin, ang mangyayari sa sign ng enthalpy dito ay magiging positive. Kung magre-reverse tayo, mag-iiba din yung sign. So, magiging positive na siya. Magiging 566.0 kilojoule na siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, maayos na yung pangalawa nating equation. So, let's just copy the first equation. Meron tayong 2C plus 2O2. Okay. 2C plus 2O2 will yield 2CO2. At ang value dito ay negative 787 kilojoule. Okay, so final na to. Tama na to. Tama na din yung pangalawa. Ngayon, ang next step ay magka-cancel out na tayo ng mga like terms. Okay, ano ba yung mga kakapareho dito? The same also with its coefficient. Okay, etong 2CO2, kikita nyo dito sa 2CO2, meron din tayong 2CO2. Parehong-pareho sila. May 2 moles. Okay, may 2 moles of carbon dioxide sa first equation. Meron ding 2 moles ng carbon dioxide sa second equation. So, kung ganyan, pwede natin tong i-cancel out. Okay? Ngayon, tumingin pa tayo ng mga like terms. Okay, which is your oxygen. Okay? So, nakikita nyo, pwede ba nating i-cancel yan? Of course, yes, pwede. Dito sa first equation, meron tayong dalawang oxygen gas. 2 moles of oxygen gas. Pero dito sa equation number 2, meron lang tayong isa. Okay? So, ang gagawin dyan, ima-minus lang natin. 2 minus 1, okay? Meron pa tayong natirang 1 mole of oxygen gas. So, ang makakancel lang dyan ay itong isang oxygen gas na meron dito, tsaka itong oxygen gas. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, may natira pang isang oxygen gas. So, may mga kailangan pa bang i-cancel? Okay, wala na. Wala nang like terms. So, kung ganyan, i-bring down na natin lahat yung mga naiwan. So, meron tayong 2C plus, sabi natin may naiwan pa dito, diba? So, ilagay dyan, oxygen gas will yield, ano yung natira sa product? Meron tayong 2CO. Ngayon, how about its final enthalpy? So, ang final enthalpy na dito ay ipa-plus lang natin to. That negative 787 plus 566.5 is equal to negative 220.5 kilojoule. And that is the final answer. So, as you can see, parehong-pareho yung nakuha nating final equation nung pinag-combine natin tong dalawa dito sa desired equation. Okay? So, ito naman din yung kanyang enthalpy or amount of heat na kailangan para mabuo itong dalawang carbon monoxide. So, that is how you will carry out the process. Okay? So, that's the final answer. So, let me just box the final answer. So, that's for the first problem. Okay, now let's proceed for the second example. Mag-i-take snip ko lang to. Okay, so ang second example natin, calculate the heat of formation of methane. The equation involve the carbon reacts with 2 moles of hydrogen gas will yield methane gas. Okay, yan ang ating desired equation. At meron din tayong tatlong, okay, we have 3 series of equation here. So, ang gagawin natin dyan, i-combine natin tong tatlo at ipoprove natin kung magiging equal ba siya dito sa desired equation. At ano din ang kanyang magiging enthalpy of reaction. Ano ang magiging enthalpy of reaction nitong desired equation natin. Okay, so let's start. So, allow me to write all the series of equation. Okay, so ito na yung ating tatlong series of equation. Now, gaya ng unang step natin sa unang problem, unahin natin tignan yung unang equation, okay? Yung first equation. Ngayon, titingin tayo ng chemical formula kung saan wala siyang kapareho sa second tsaka sa third, okay? Ngayon, tignan natin itong 2 moles of 2 moles of water. Meron ba itong kapareho sa second tsaka sa third? Yes, meron siyang kapareho, 'di ba? Yung pangalawang equations under the product side. So kapag may kapareho, hindi natin siya pwedeng pakialaman. Okay, next. Ang carbon dioxide, may kapareho ba siya sa second at sa third equation? As you can see, meron sa third equation, meron siyang kapareho. So ibig sabihin, hindi natin 'yan gagalawin. Next, how about this 2 moles of oxygen gas? Okay? So, mas lalo na ito kasi meron siyang kapareho dito sa pangalawa tsaka sa pangatlong equation. So, hindi natin yan pwedeng galawin. And lastly, how about your CH4? Okay? Meron bang kapareho itong CH4 sa second and third equation? Okay, wala. So, ibig sabihin, yan ang ating gagalawin. Ngayon, i-check natin kung itong CH4, kung ang moles ng CH4 dito sa unang equation ay pareho dito sa desired equation. Ngayon, magkapareho lang ba sila na may isang mole ng CH4? Okay, yes, magkapareho lang sila. Ibig sabihin, kung pareho na sila, hindi na natin yan papakialaman as it is na siya na ganyan ang ating first equation. Okay, so kapag ganyan, i-re-rewrite lang natin siya. Okay, next naman natin tignan yung pangalawang equation kasi tapos na tayo dito sa first equation. Okay? Ngayon, tignan natin, titingin tayo ng chemical formula na walang kapareho sa first at saka sa third equation. Okay? Etong water, 2 moles of water, kapareho niya yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi natin yan pwedeng pakialaman. At the same time, etong oxygen gas, may kapareho siya sa first equation tsaka sa third equation. So, ibig sabihin, hindi natin yan gagalawin. How about these 2 moles of hydrogen gas? May kapareho ba siya sa first equation saka sa third equation? Okay, wala. Ibig sabihin, papakialaman natin yan or gagalawin natin yan. Ngayon, i-check natin kung magkapareho lang ba na may 2 moles of hydrogen gas dito sa desired equation. Okay, as you can see, pareho lang sila. Sa ating desired equation, meron tayong 2 moles of hydrogen gas. Dito sa second equation, meron din tayong 2 moles of hydrogen gas. So since magkapareho lang naman sila, ibig sabihin, as it is na siya, yan na mismo yung second equation natin. Okay? Kasi pareho lang naman sila. So, let's rewrite. Okay, so lastly, yung pangatlong equation naman na tayo. Okay, titingin tayo ng chemical formula dito sa tatlong ito kung saan wala siyang kapareho sa first equation tsaka sa second equation. Okay? So, etong carbon dioxide, meron siyang kapareho sa first equation. So, hindi natin pwedeng galawin. Etong oxygen gas, meron din siyang kapareho sa second equation tsaka sa first equation. So, hindi din siya pwedeng galawin. How about your carbon? Okay, meron ba tong kapareho sa second at saka sa first equation? Okay, wala. Since wala, i-check na natin kung same din ang number of moles na kung mayroon ding 1 moles of carbon dito sa desired equation. Magkapareho lang ba sila na may tig-1 mole? Okay, correct. Magkapareho lang sila. So, kung ganyan, since pareho na sila, hindi na natin sila pwedeng pakialaman at i-rewrite lang din ulit natin itong third equation. Okay, since tapos na nating na-finalize yung first, second, and third equation, ang next step natin ay titignan natin kung aligned ba yung lahat ng chemical formulas dito, kung aligned ba dito sa reactants din dito sa ating desired equation. Okay. Unahin natin itong carbon. Saan natin makikita yung carbon? Sa first, second, or third equation. Okay, nakikita natin that the carbon ay nasa third equation. Ngayon, magkapareho lang ba sila na nasa reactant side? Correct, magkapareho lang sila. Ibig sabihin, hindi na natin yan i-reverse or babalik ta rin kasi yung placement nila ay parehong nasa reactant. Okay? Next, ito naman, your 2 moles of hydrogen gas. Pareho lang ba na nasa reactant side itong desired equation kung saan yung 2 moles of hydrogen gas na nandito sa second equation ay nasa reactant side din. Okay, very good. Yes, pareho lang sila. Nasa reactant side din to, nasa reactant side lang din siya. So, correct yung placement natin, correct yung location. Okay, lastly, how about this methane gas? Ang desired equation natin, yung methane gas nasa product, okay? Pero dito sa series of reaction natin, specifically dito sa first equation, yung methane gas natin nasa product ba siya? Okay, hindi, nasa reactant siya. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pareho yung placement. At kapag hindi pareho yung placement, okay, babalik ta rin natin yan. Okay, para itama yung location ng methane gas. Dapat nasa product kasi siya. Okay, so i-reverse natin tong first equation. So, i-rewrite ulit natin. So, magiging CH4, hindi. Ito pala. So, since i-reverse natin, ito ang ating kokopyahin na mauna. Kasi since babalik ta rin natin, gagawin natin tong reactants. Ito naman, gagawin natin tong product. Okay? So, magiging CO2 plus 2H2O will form methane gas and 2 moles of oxygen gas. Okay, since ni-reverse natin, mag-iiba din yung sign ng ating enthalpy of reaction. So, magiging positive 890.4 kilojoule. Okay? Ngayon, i-copy-paste lang natin itong pangalawa at pangatlong equation. Okay? So, 2H2 plus O2 will yield 2 moles of water. And then, just copy the enthalpy of reaction since di naman yan nagalaw. And for the third equation, we have carbon reacts with oxygen will yield carbon dioxide, and the enthalpy of reaction is equal to 393.5 kilojoule. Okay? Ngayon, ang next step na dito ay ika-cancel natin yung mga like terms. Okay? Yung mga magkakaparehong chemical formula, ika-cancel out natin yan. So, titingin tayo ngayon ng like terms kung saan makikita natin yung itong chemical formula na ito sa second tsaka sa third equation. Okay? Itong carbon dioxide, meron ba siyang kapareho sa second at third? Okay, meron. Ito, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, since meron itong 1, meron din itong 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So, therefore, we will cancel that out. Okay? Next, how about this 2 moles of water? Meron ba itong kapareho sa second and third? Correct, meron dito sa pangalawang equation which is under the product side. Since pareho din silang may 2 moles, okay, 2 minus 2 magiging 0, so definitely ika-cancel out din natin yan. Okay? Next, how about this methane? May kapareho ba yan sa second and third equation? So, as you can see, wala siyang kapareho. So, ibig sabihin, hindi natin to pwedeng i-cancel. Okay? Next, how about this oxygen gas, the 2 moles of oxygen gas? Meron ba tong kapareho? Okay, meron. Meron tayong 1 mole of oxygen gas dito sa pangalawang equation, at meron din tayong 1 mole of oxygen gas dito sa third equation. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1. Then minus 1 ulit is 0. So, ibig sabihin, maka-cancel out to. Okay, we need to cancel that out. Okay. Next, how about these 2 moles of hydrogen gas? Meron ba itong kapareho sa first at saka sa third? Okay, wala. Since wala, as it is na yan. How about this carbon? May kapareho ba sa second tsaka sa first? Okay, wala. So, okay na to. Ang gagawin na natin na next step ay i-bring down na natin lahat ng mga naiwan sa reactant tsaka sa product side. Unahin natin dito sa reactant side. So, ano ang mga natira? Meron tayong 2 moles of hydrogen gas plus carbon will form, ano yung natira sa product? Meron tayong CH4. Okay, now i-check natin kung tama lang ba yung equation natin dito sa desired equation sa problem. Okay? Okay, tugma ba yung nakuha nating final equation dito sa desired equation? Okay, yes. So pansin nyo yung carbon na una, pero yung carbon natin is nasa pangalawa. Okay lang yun. Okay? Basta tama yung placement na yung carbon tsaka yung 2 moles of hydrogen gas ay nasa reactant side. Basta tama yung placement nila. Okay lang tong magbaliktad. However, hindi pwede na yung carbon ay nandito sa product. That's definitely wrong. Okay? Okay lang silang magbaliktad as long as yung placement ay tama. Both na nasa reactant sila. Okay? Yung next step ay kunin na natin yung enthalpy of reaction nitong desired product na na-compute natin. Okay, so positive 890 890.4 plus negative 571.5 plus negative 393.5. And the answer, if you will put this in calculator, is equal to negative 74 point, okay, negative 74.6 kilojoule. Okay, so that's the final answer.